Why have you been single for 8 years?
Well, I mean, I'm from Cape Town, so Cape Town men suck. No, like, what I found with men is if we are Mieka the first time, trust and believe there will be a second time. Mieka the second time, trust and believe there will be a third time. Therefore, there won't be a first time.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well and keeping safe. To all returning subbies, what it do fam? And if you're new to my channel and you enjoy what you see, please make sure you click the subscribe button and become part of the family. So today I got my girls with me. Over there is Utumeka, my sister Usia, and my friend Usim, and me, Sesethu.
Yes,
Yeah. So today's topic requires bujwala because mjolo, the pandemic is real, guys. And you say real, I mean it's real. And yeah, as we are sitting here today, as beautiful as we are, guys, can you believe ukubana we're all single? But most of us come from long-term relationships. 6 to 12 years is the range. How long was your relationship?
Yes, it was a year and something.
I know long-term is. Long-term ago.
Being long-term, go besenza okyalo 1990.
No! See, I was single since you were 19. Oh, by the way, my sister, the last time she had a boyfriend was 19 years old.
That tells you about the men in Cape Town.
Yeah.
So, we don't have like set topics or set questions that we're going to ask each other. It's just a conversation about how do we find being single and getting into the dating game. And let's see, I have been single for 2.5 years. You?
The fact that she's claiming so early though.
She's been single for 2 years.
Is it 2 years already?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
When I
Guys, an interviewer. I've been single a minute, guys. Like,
what's a minute?
it's a couple of years. And Sabali, like, how long has it been? Since I was 20. You guys know how old I am. Do the math.
So she's been single for 8 years.
Yes,
Why have you been single for 8 years?
Well, I mean, I'm from Cape Town. So, Cape Town men suck. No, like, I mean, no hate. Cape Town men suck. And that's also life. But most especially Cape Town men. So, I don't have the energy to be a CIA agent. So, I rather don't be a CIA agent. You that say dating game yourself, yo, they want you dead and buried, child. And come on, Tingu, Chuck Norris, and Diffie.
Yes, girl.
Because I don't play these games, you know, like I
They
don't.
don't call you Die Hard for nothing.
No one calls me that. Please.
And you, girl?
Me, honey. Less than 6 months.
Yeah, she's newly single.
I got money was single.
For me, it was nice the first year, only because I told myself I want to be single. Because I came from a long relationship. So I wanted to be single and just experience life by myself without considering another party. Because obviously when you're in a relationship, you have to be considerate and think about the other person. Now when you're single, darling, you are not reporting to nobody. You are doing your CEO. Yes. You don't have to be like, you know, single. Yes, I didn't do it. So yeah, the first year was really, 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 really nice. I enjoyed myself. I feel like I was a glowing child, like life. And then now we're like 2.5 years in. It's no longer as nice. Guys, we call it honeymoon stage relationship. There's also a honeymoon stage in being single.
What's not nice?
About being single.
Sure.
Guys.
I think for me, it's because, sorry friend, I think for me it's because I know I'm a relationship type of a girl. So now I'm missing the relationship aspect of my life.
Not is a relationship type of girl.
I am a share my life with someone type of person, definitely. But right now, I am enjoying being single actually because inja. It's like a new pair of techies. So you feel like
whatever,
a new car. No, I am. I'm really enjoying it. Also, not having to think about, because the thing is, when you are a relationship type of person, you lose yourself in your relationships.
Yeah.
I mean, zonke, even friendships. So when you step out of that for whatever reason, it's a reclaiming of yourself type of vibe. So it's been very nice for me, like to find out the things, to rediscover the things that I used to really love doing. What did I really like doing before I forfeited, you know? And Zion dead again, by the way. Like, it's
I was gonna say
nobody asked me to. He didn't ask me to. He's not even a bad person.
Yeah,
like, it's just one of those things.
I find that a lot of girls are like that when they get into relationships.
Yes.
We lose ourselves, or we stop doing certain things just because we think our partners wouldn't want us to do those things. And then when you start doing them, and we're like, "Hi, well," but I was like, "This is the beginning."
Exactly. I told you
this guy, I never asked you to stop.
And Zanga said,
so like, I mean, I completely hear what you're saying. About like finding your, I'll call it freedom. In being single.
It's not even freedom, but
yeah, just finding, I don't know, like finding or getting in touch with the things that you liked before. I mean, that's all I know, so I can't really speak on it.
Okay, girl.
That's all I know.
And you?
I do like to.
Guys, all I can say is I had my fair share of being single. I think currently, I miss being in a relationship. You know, there are times I go, oh my God, you do those cuddles, okay.
Electric blanket to the rest.
That's it.
What?
With your socks, with your gown. Because there's no sunlight.
Relationship.
It's the first.
Combo.
So see, since you are the one that has been single the most or the longest, and you have a lot to say about dating in Cape Town. Can you give us, like, what do you mean when you're saying dating in Cape Town is, it's a jungle?
No, I mean, I suppose it's just in the sense of, I mean, I don't even think it's Cape Town specific. Like, I'm about Kaliki, right? And so I think most especially in Cape Town, and I'll put a disclaimer in the fact that it could just be the circle I date in. And when I say the circle, it's not that I'm dating in one circle. It may be the circles I've been exposed to in Cape Town, but it's that people aren't forthcoming with information. So you may meet someone and think things are going great, and conversations are flowing, and you're going to be right. And then because I'm not a CIA agent, I'm not going to spend my precious time, which I could be making money from, going through your social media and trying to find out what your backstory is and what. Because I speak to you every day, I speak to you every other day, so I don't know why I would have to overextend myself and add so much energy while I'm single in finding out about your life. However, in Cape Town, that's something you need to set out the time in your day to do that. Because what's going to happen is you'll be in this beautiful bliss of a great moment with this person, only to find out that they are in fact in another relationship.
I have a question.
Or that they're getting married while you guys are busy. So like I will say, I've been exposed to different kinds of Cape Town. I've been exposed to this nigga got married in December while we were talking. What? I've been exposed to
whiskey conversation.
I've been exposed to
the whiskey child.
Been exposed to people just not being forthcoming with the information that actually they are in relationships, and sometimes the information comes after the fact. And it's like I find it like a very I think men are very manipulative, specifically in those kind of situations. It's because the reason they don't tell you is because they don't want you to say "I'll situation," which is like manipulative because I get to choose what kind of situation I would.
I have a question though.
Go for it.
My question is this. When you are vibing with this person, are you guys in a relationship? Do you guys say you guys are dating like in a relationship?
No.
So that's my problem.
Why?
With a lot of things is, for me, this can just be me. If we haven't had the conversation about since I'm alone, what are we doing? I can date whoever I want. I can't say just because I went on a date with you today and I go on a date with you tomorrow that me and you are in a relationship. We are getting to know each other. That's called dating. Until we have the conversation, okay,
what are we doing?
We are going to be exclusive. This is what I expect from a relationship. This is what you expect from a relationship, and we'll learn about each other as we go along. So from now, if we never had the conversation, I'm John now. I'm not sure. You can never claim me as your girlfriend. Fact. So that's why I'm asking. The scenarios that you're mentioning, did you ever have conversations?
The conversations come up, you know, like some conversations aren't blunt to, well, like this is like I'm not gonna ask you particularly, woman, you know, like, but conversations can be there, you know, like if you converse and like.
But that is the problem. Assumption.
No, it's not even an assumption. Like, men in Cape Town will have conversations with you, and these conversations are building conversations. These conversations are not conversation about, hey, what you doing tomorrow? Hey, what's your plan for? No, these conversations are building conversations. Yes, conversations that as a human you should probably dissect and be like, hey, what do you mean when you say that, or whatever. So I completely hear that. But like if you're gonna bring up a conversation that has innuendos that it's leading somewhere, so I'm going to listen to what you say. I'm going to listen to what you say. I'm going to listen to what you're doing. And sometimes, because Cape Town people are great actors, those two things go hand in hand. And I'm sorry, I'm dogging Cape Town because I've only dated in Cape Town, so I can only dog Cape Town. I can't speak on Joburg people or Durban people or whatever because that's not where I'm from. So like, I mean. Like if you're saying something, be about it. Because I don't play those games. If I say what I say, it's what I'm saying. If I do what I do, it's what I'm saying and what I'm doing. Like those two things align. So if I bring you into my space, I expect you actually. Like that's a bare minimum.
So are you in a relationship with this guy?
No.
Okay.
Which guy?
Oh yeah, and Papela, actually.
This guy that he's talking to every single day and he's here almost every single day.
So what are you expecting from that?
Nothing. I'll look in the camera. I'm expecting. You can put this part in. I'm expecting nothing. You'll watch your shit. I don't want anything. Thank you.
Okay, so the reason why I'm saying learning to tie your nail, but you need to be frank. I learned it not the hard way. But I learned it early in my single days that people will be in relationships and pursue you. People will come and shake your world to bring you drama.
Literally.
And they come to your life. And then all of a sudden you are in the mix of things you never asked for. Men out here are not wearing rings. And they'll come to you. Don't you guys miss being in a relationship? And if you do, what about a relationship do you actually miss?
I wouldn't know how to answer that. I don't miss the relationship.
What do you miss?
Because I know I'm a relationship person, I miss having someone to constantly talk to. Also miss other things. What other things?
PG-13.
18, not 18
SLL.
18 Wabapa. Let's go 18. Yeah, I'm going to pitch 18 guys. Yo. Zange nayikhumbula into kangaka. Ngiyamkhumbula. Yo. Sometimes ngithi stress ndisinaso sometimes because PG 18 akasekho ebomini bami. And khona lezo besithi kwa Bastion nje noma yazi into mina. Hlela kwa into right. Yes. Yonke into ilapha. Baba benza njani? Okay, let's go up. That's the topic for now. I'm a PG-18 type of girl. It's okay.
No, she is.
I really am. So I miss
she really is.
Lord, guys. I miss that. I miss having someone to talk to, but also because I know I like sharing my life with someone. I like having someone there, so to speak, to do life with. It's very nice to know that you have someone who you are constantly sharing memories with, and it's a very nice feeling. So I really, really miss that, even though I've been single for 2 minutes.
And you? Now that you're done eating? What do you miss?
Crazy. I mean, I don't know.
Can I ask you a question? You may cut this off. Do you not know what you miss because you're currently getting what you miss because you're not actually single? Because you're in a situation. Whatever your situation, however you define your situation. Because that's different.
Maybe you're right, yes.
Because that's different. Because the reason I couldn't answer it is like when you were talking like someone to share your life with. I haven't.
So you were
I have it right now. So it's like, I don't know how to miss that because I have it. Right. But I am single. You know?
But also what I think I don't like, okay, maybe it's because I haven't made a stance in my new singleness. I don't think I've made a decision about, do I want to strictly be single? Do I want to be single and fluid and going with the flow of things? Because that's really different. When you're going with the flow, you're not really single because you've got people there, right? So I haven't made that decision, and I think it can be a bit confusing, especially if you're like day and age, guys. Anything goes, and you're YouTuber. I think because they did your there for such a long time. YouTuber, how fluid it actually is. Like, you know what I mean?
I get where you're coming from. You know, when I was single for the first year, I made the choice that I want to be single. I did not entertain any guy. I literally dated myself and just getting to know Muna because I was in a relationship for 12 years. So I was in a relationship since I was 16 years old. Yeah.
Oh,
so I just really wanted to date Sesethu and know Sesethu. What is it I want in life that is not influenced by the fact that I have a partner? And then when I told myself, okay, Sharp, I'm ready to start dating and getting to know guys and seeing what's there. That's where the whole fluid thing came into place. I guess with terms as call you like situationships, entanglements, or vibes as the kids call it, whatever it is. That's what's currently happening in most of our lives. Yes, nobody can claim us, but we are talking to people. We are dating. Dating is getting to know different people with the hopes that the different people you're dating, it'll get somewhere. Some girl, you know it's not gonna get. Some you know it's not gonna get anywhere. But some, yeah, it's like you're keeping up with the times, you know. When they research, you're going to be pieces.
Dating is the collection of data.
Exactly.
So collect the data, otherwise there's love.
Yeah. So you need to date. So that's where we are in our single lives. We are dating people.
Inverted comma, I'm not single.
No, we are single, but we are dating. So it's fine to date, guys. It doesn't mean when you're dating different people, you're sleeping with all those people.
Yeah.
If you are sleeping with all of them, just make sure you're using protection. Yeah, well.
But also, that's your prerogative.
Exactly. Dating is just literally means getting to know different people and then making a decision whether you're going to take it further with a specific person and build a relationship.
How are you going to make that decision?
Question for you. With the person you're currently dating, right? Are you? Do you guys have the conversation about the fact that firstly you're single and therefore you can probably see other people?
Yeah, we do.
And what's his stance?
He's fine with it. If I'm going, okay, this is the thing with me. The person that I am talking to or I'm dating knows that I want to be in a relationship. Not necessarily I want to be in a relationship with him, no. But I am looking to be in a relationship with someone. One day I will get married. One day I'll have kids with somebody. It's just that for now, it's him that is there. Even if I would date, yes, but I'm going on a date. So that when I'm on that date, I don't need him calling me and saying, "Ma okay." No.
If you mind, then you must vocalize the fact that you feel some type of way. My current partner doesn't want me to see other people.
Why?
It's a joke because I'm going to. I hear you, but I'm also going to do it.
Do you still tell him?
Yeah, no, I hear you, but I'm also going to do it.
Why are you guys not in a relationship?
Because he's seeing somebody else.
Oh. But imagine
the joke.
Men.
I want to ask a question because I feel like Is it wrong that you feel as soon as it ends or 2-3 months later that I actually want to move on? Or is it more of a conversation of why do you want to move on? You should be taking time to yourself. I know there's no recipe, but I just want to know what other people's takes are on that. Like what should really be
Can I just
happening.
ask a question before you say? The time you think you're supposed to take, who's that time for?
For yourself.
But do you feel like you need it?
I think because...
No, don't think about the expectations.
No. Yes, no. I feel like I didn't need it. But I do feel like... But at the same time, I understand what you mean, but at the same time, I do feel like as much as we as Abantu, we like to think our experiences are unique about whatever. At the end of the day, it's really not that unique. And evidence, and you're collecting data. Some people have been in the same situation and they need a time off after. What makes you think you don't?
If you feel like, man, when you want to mourn for a day and then tomorrow you're dating,
Meaning, there's nothing wrong if you put the relationship in unplanned.
Okay, no.
It's
It's not even about a band show.
But like, I mean, don't come in with
people.
come with baggage to the new situation.
You don't want to be, you don't want to come into a new situation and you're literally coming in heavy and someone else is just like, what is this?
So you really do need some time to dissect what happened, what you don't want, what you want, and
also what you did.
And what you did.
No, I feel
and
like
what you did, guys. That's a very good point.
It's a good point.
We must stop this thing of just pointing back.
Pointing.
This person did this. You also did something
We
in
are
the
not perfect
relationship for it to
lovers.
end. So you need to know in mistakes are being done.
Even if it's hard, like, because whatever, if you don't acknowledge that there was something that you also did, you will go into the next situation because one was wrong. And unfortunately, guys, in life, the same things can't keep happening, and everyone else is the problem besides you.
Yeah.
True. But being single in my 20s, especially my early to mid 20s, was very different to being single now. I feel like now, I know who I am. I'm not really easily shaken as much as I was in my 20s. So that's what I wanted to ask. Like, what do you feel is different? I think, my gut hand. When I was single in my 20s, there was an element of me which was absolutely bogus, obviously. CSC educated, tintin. But there will always be an element of what's wrong with me. I do not have that at all now. Landoba, what's wrong with me? Why am I still single? Why is nobody that I'm attracted to me in the same manner? I don't have that at all now. Now I'm just, honey,
They lost.
Fabulous.
Yes,
Like I have that confidence that I can't even, it's really unshaken. So I wanted to ask for you, what do you think has changed? Like, how do you see the single phase now that you are approaching 30? You're not in your 30s. For me, it's quite different compared to earlier on in the game, when it was literally, for most of us anyway, it was your opinion about being single as a girl was really based on what society said. For most of us, it's not an overarching thing. I definitely know it was for me. I can speak on it. But what is different for you?
I mean, I suppose because I've been single I've had many phases of my life, you know. So I think when I became single, I was in my phase of I don't know, not throw within that time period. So I'm going, you know. So it's just like even getting over that relationship, I was at home, and then go away to Wellington, so it's like sad vibes. So you're not going just because of the quiet of it all, and then just because of where I was at, it's just like I wouldn't date in Wellington, so I wasn't interested in dating in Wellington, you know. And then I left there when I was like 23. When I was 23, I was focusing on work, and then when I was focused on work, I was broke, so I was focusing on being broke. And then when I wasn't, it's like
too many distractions.
And then when I found someone who was like, and then what happened with that is like I messed it up actually. And then in retrospect, I was like, actually, you know, as humans, we are always wanting people to be the people we want in our life. However, we are never the people we want the people. We are never the people we want for ourselves.
Yes.
And it's like the different singles have been basically, to sum it up, have just been a flow of where I've been.
to add on what you guys were saying, it's really a good thing to make a relationship. Then you look back and reflect and ask yourself, instead of pointing fingers, because what I've realized is that we end up with a partner that's wrong because we don't know ourselves. So you cannot expect the next person to understand you if we're not ourselves.
Yeah. So going back to what Sim was saying, but you need to know if faults is happening and stop blaming other people. For the relationship not working. Would you guys say that you know what your flaws are in a relationship? You can just mention one. If you have more than one.
Just one.
I
was saying when it comes to communication, I suck. I can't. I cannot express my feelings. Most of the times, I just keep quiet. If you have to dig in order for me to tell you when I'm finished. So I'm trying to work on that. Because I listen.
How are you trying? Like what work are you doing to work on?
Yes, I'm going to come up.
If you guys can't tell, I'm very vocal, which is my flaw in a relationship. Is
that your flaw?
Like I'm just
really vocal, guys.
I love
everything in life, not just relationships.
Dissect it because I just work.
I cannot feel on top of that.
I'm scared of being unhappy. I'm scared of getting to a point in my life and thinking, actually, look at my life. I'm not happy with it. And the only way, it's my biggest fear. And the only way you'll get there is if you just let things happen to you. And so what I found with men is, if we are Mieka the first time, trust and believe there will be a second time. Mieka the second time, trust and believe there will be a third time. Therefore, there won't be a first time. Therefore, there won't be a first time. I will drink to that. I believe, Tsima guys. Tsima. Nobody understand the second. Because one thing, you don't want to be unhappy. Unhappiness, you're unemployed. Just because of a man who won't give you transport, can never be my life. Sorry.
And you? What's your one?
Is that the flow?
No, you know what? I know my flaws, there's so many. But my flaws are interconnected, which is so weird. One is I am overly vocal, I think, in a relationship. More so than I am in my friendships, which is quite weird. I am an introspective person naturally, but I'm also an overthinker, which then ties into being an over-communicator because I communicate.
Did you retrospective? Do you not do it in the moment?
I do it in the moment, in the sense that if we're driving and something happens, just as an example, like we're driving to somewhere, something happens that links to something, this is how I felt. I'm that person, even if it's not necessarily in the negative, like I'm not trying to say you did that. I realized at that moment that's what I did. Ufumaniswa, your partner family is not ready to even talk about that because they haven't even processed it. And that's my disconnect. I never had that moment. Now when I'm ready to talk about something, mamera. This is the moment. Let's dive in right now because I'm ready. That's me. I'm always so ready to talk about my feelings, which is a bad thing. I think it's not a bad thing, but I'm starting to feel like it's a bad thing.
I think you feel it's a bad thing because
it didn't work out.
Not necessarily about that. It's a matter of things. You processed it, had a moment to think about it, and now you're ready to talk about it. So the other person did not have the time to process and think about it. So it's gonna feel like you're attacking them.
You're attacking.
Whereas when it took you a minute.
That's exactly how it felt.
Yeah, well,
no matter how long it took, which is actually it definitely agrees with what you're saying, which is something that I am honestly working on. So those things for me are the thing. I'm always ready to talk about my feelings. I will overly I'm introspective, and then good relationship, I'm more on the analytical side, not necessarily introspective. Because you can be introspective about what did I do to contribute to the situation, which is fine. But then when you're overly analytical, you're like, but then what did Sesethu do? And then
How
what
did
did she admit and not admit, in the situation, which is how it always ends up. That's exactly how it plays out. So those things that tie in like that.
So for me, it's similar. It's not similar. It's the same as a sim. In general, guys, relationship, friendships, whatever. I am just not good in communicating, especially face to face.
Are you confrontation?
I don't like confrontation. Like, I can't. Even if, let's say, I know man right. So for me, I can think everything I'm gonna say to you, but I will never really say it to your face. I will say it in front of the mirror. But then when I have to come talk to you, child, I'll rather text you a long ass essay but after a very long time. So to the other person, it's gonna feel like it's coming out of nowhere. So my communication levels or my communication skills are not really good. Why?
Isn't that the
I want to take away. No, I want to take away from what you're saying, because it's not that you
don't communicate.
It's not that you're a bad communicator. I'll say that you're not confrontational, and maybe your timing is because for me, if you come at me about 3-month-old stuff, firstly I'm bored. Like, why are we talking about it now? Like, it happened 3 months ago. Because now the thing is, you want me to take accountability, but I'm taking accountability to things that I didn't even know offended you. Now I must think about what happened that day in London. So I don't think you're a bad communicator, because one thing about you, you're actually a very good communicator, and when you don't like things, you let it be known. So I don't think you're a bad communicator.
But I don't let it be known in the moment.
Yeah, I think it's a confrontation.
But
and that's okay. Like you get to communicate later than when things happened. But my Ngabi's phase is off on the 3rd of April. You did this, the 2nd of March. The thing with not saying anything, my thing with it is like, if I don't tell you now, because I think of people as human. Whether you're my friend, whether you're family, you're a human being, and you have interactions with people outside of me. So if I tell you, I don't like, or to make and then I react I didn't appreciate you acting like you didn't care about the fact that you still told me. If you do it next time, then your intentions are malicious. Then I no longer want you in my space.
So yeah, in closing off, we will cheers to that.
Oh, the single ladies.
Oh, the single ladies. Oh, the single ladies. I hope you guys I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. Also, make sure that you do share it with any of your friends who you think will enjoy watching this type of content. Until next time, bye!